This is the Mr. Beast challenge that went too far. A man and a woman enter their brand new bedroom. That's definitely not New York judging by its size, but not the coziest place either. I mean, it's a bed and a table. Looks like my bedroom without empty packs of Cheetos. The man pushes the red button on the wall and we find out what's the drill. So this is Catherine Frith and Michael Walsh. They entered some sort of Squid Game challenge. The two must stay in this room for 50 days. If they do it, they win 5 million, or what Minecraft YouTubers make in a month. If one of them leaves, the other one gets 1 million. Whoa, so unfair. I've spent the last 2 years locked up in my room, but no one paid me a penny for this. Honestly, I didn't even consider it a challenge, but neither do our participants. They're happy and excited, running around the room like the money is already in their pockets. A minute passes and Kate already talks about splitting the money. Apparently they're a couple, but not proposed yet. Lucky you, Mike. If you were married, she would have asked for the whole jackpot. Kate asks Mike what he'll do with his half. The regular stuff. PS5, new graphics card, hang out with Elon Musk and his rocket. Pretty based goals if you ask me. Kate is a keeper and she believes she will invest it. Another crypto investor I see. Just make sure you buy the dip. And another one, and another one. It'll pay off eventually. Diamond hands. What will these lovebirds do with the only entertaining thing in the room being a bed? Oh wait, there's also a bathroom, but only for one to use at a time. Mike orders some food which comes in a white pack with no taste or smell. I see the pattern here. Everything is white with no color or taste whatsoever. Even Kate's hair is white, which doesn't improve the situation. It's indeed a challenge. For normies, of course. It's evening and the lights go off automatically. Kate sets the alarm for 7 a.m. Seriously? You're gonna use an alarm while staying 50 days in a room full of nothing? These normies. I give them 1 day. After that, they'll be wanting to clap each other. And not in the fun way. Mike is ready for some night games, but Kate is afraid someone's watching. You're right, I am. But I always close my eyes when things get sussy. YouTube's rules. The room is pitch black, but Kate still believes Professor Voyan might be watching. The guy behind the experiment. Okay, these two dummies are about to earn 1 million during their psychological experiment, but imagine the face of this brainiac who gets a piece of tax money just for watching two people do nothing in a room for 50 days. I love America. It's morning. Rise and shine, sleepy birds. Kate goes to the bathroom for her morning affirmations routine. Nice, she's on that self-improvement grind. I bet $5 that Mike gives up first. How long can a man really last without gaming? After the morning shower, the birds get rid of the old clothes and get into the new ones. Now they look like mental hospital patients, which is honestly fitting. During a packed breakfast, they discuss the point of this experiment. I know, it's a tax write-off for the billionaire behind the experiment. Mike asked Kate if she watched a documentary he sent her called Fame. Negative. She did not. Anyways, Fame is a documentary by Professor Voyan, which tells the story of a simple redneck family that was intentionally made famous. Kardashian level famous. So this family was rolling in fame and greens, but the mother shot the father, who got with another woman and went to jail. The son disappeared and the daughter overdosed on normal pills. Sounds like a swell time. Anyways, this Fame experiment cost 150 million for Professor Voyan. And what was the reason behind it? I'm afraid we can only guess. This professor is a real mystery. He's got more money than Mr. Beast. And the only interview he gave was 30 years ago when he was at Princeton, where he said he's intrigued by the human condition. What's so intriguing about wasting 150 million and proving dumb people are dumb? Well, who am I to judge? I spent all my money on Lego sets. 2 days of the experiment pass and Mike spends time watching the clocks. Still more exciting than the new Lord of the Rings show. Then Mike comes up with a conspiracy theory. What if the seconds are longer than usual? What if the clock is messed up? How would they know? Kate meditates. She's an avid Redditor, so she's used to conspiracy theories. So she's not impressed yet. The time goes by and day after day after day, it's the same routine. They've lasted for 17 days now. More than I expected, at least for Mike. Well, he's got things to do. He just found a new friend, a cockroach. Hide it before Kate sees it. She'll definitely eat it. They try to feed him some of their cosmonauts' food, but the bug doesn't like it. Well, he's not getting 5 million, so it's understandable. The female voice that constantly monitors the experiment reminds him that the food is for contestants only, not for the bug. Bummer. Mike wants to take the bug outside so it doesn't die in this lunatic's room, and he goes to open the door. But Kate reminds him, you open that door and you're out. The female voice agrees. Mike starts the first real argument. Turns out Mike cares so much about the bug because he's vegan. Oh, so Kate, you're stuck with a vegan in a room for 50 days? Good luck, girl. Kate rants about Mike and his veganism because she considers it a joke he made to piss off his rich dad, who gave him everything in life. Basically, first world problems. My dad only gave me a lifetime of bad memories. Kate walks away and steps on a bug. Accidentally. Yeah, right. It was the only place you could have stepped in such a huge room. 31 days left and Mike wants to take a treat. According to the rules, each contestant can take up to 2 treats. However, it costs 100,000 of their prize money. Ouch. Mike discusses it with Kate, who doesn't want to give up such a considerable sum. You know what they say, treat your man or he'll pay colossal money to treat himself. Mike pays the 100K and gets a green crayon. Perfect deal in the world Moral of Mr. Beast. Mike is an artist, so this crayon is extremely valuable to him. About as valuable as a Lego set is to me. While Mike enjoys his green crayon, Kate comes and asks him to draw her portrait. Mike goes for it, but warns her it'll be experimental art. Kate wants it realistic. She doesn't get the point of art, obviously. After a while, the crayon is used. Kate admits she was mean and says sorry. They both begin to realize the challenge is harder than they thought, but there's only 20 days left. Hold tight, lunatics. One day, Kate enters the bathroom and finds a gun. Uh-oh. You want to play a game, Mike? Turns out both of them are liberals, so the first thing they do is try to get rid of the gun, but there's nowhere to throw it. They hide it under the bed. Come on, guys, there are monsters under there. After a while, the female voice announces connect. A message from a family member. Mike gets a message from his sister, and Kate didn't even know they can get any message. Someone skipped the instruction class. Anyways, Sis tells Mike how it's great that he's getting a break from Kate without realizing Mike is doing it with her. She also mentions someone named Sean, which triggers both Mike and Kate. Then, Connect goes to Kate, who sees an old dude. She gets extremely scared and tries to turn it off. She hides in the corner and cries. Mike comforts her. Who's the old fella anyways? Mike doesn't know about him. And who's Sean? The following day, Kate doesn't get off the bed. The first time during the experiment, Kate breaks the truth, saying that the old fella was her father, and she hasn't heard from him for years. Her father was an alcoholic who drank away all the family money. Relatable. Anyways, Kate didn't expect to see her dad in a homeless shelter. What can I say? At least he's alive. There's 19 days left. Mike does his usual boring stuff while Kate stays in bed, without even eating her delicious lunch. Mike suggests she takes a treat, but Kate refuses. She's got more balls than him. After a while, she gets strong enough to get out of bed, and suggests that Mike takes another treat. The fella seems much more exhausted. He goes for it immediately, although it now costs $250,000. Guess what the treat is? A very pretty brunette named Simone. Now we're talking. Nice upgrade from a green crayon. Simone says she's a paid actor who is booked for a whole month. This will be a long month, considering Kate is still there. Immediately, Kate demands Mike give Simone his shirt to cover all her beauty. What a party pooper. At least Simone appreciates Mike's art and knows it's African cubism. What a coincidence. She's also a fan of France, just like Mike. See a pattern here? The light turns off and it's sleepy time, but there's no guest room, so I suppose they'll have to sleep together. Simone is not in bed the following day, and Mike's shirt has been left. The gorgeous brunette is gone. Feeling peaceful, Kate goes into the bathroom and finds Simone there. Ouch. Not so fast, Kate. I guess they'll have your instincts tested for a longer time. This becomes a turning point in the game. Kate goes for her treat. What is it? Some vitamin E. Kate takes it immediately and gives a shot to Simone, suggesting Mike should pass. Mike looks scared, but after a long doubt, he goes for it. Maybe something cool's gonna happen now. Things start off swell, but then the vitamins kick in for Mike, and he's not having a good time. He's in the water and sees a small boy drowning. Only with the help of his lady friends does he get out of it. Turns out the small boy is Sean. The dream makes Mike want to leave the room, and Kate tries to stop him as hard as possible. Come on, Mikey, your mental health is nothing. Do you know how many psychiatrist sessions we can buy for $5 million? We learned that Sean was Mike's little brother. Mike was babysitting him, walked away for a moment, and Sean fell into the swimming pool. And Mike just got done eating salt through his nose, so he was out of it. You get the idea. While Mike drowns in self-pity, the two girls have a small chat. Kate shares a romantic story of how she met Mike. Later, it's evening, and it's Mike's turn to use his treat. Simone shares her family tragedy. I guess that's how you calm other people down. You can hear someone else's painful tragic story, so your story will feel less painful. I guess that's how it works. I don't know, I'm bad at empathy. After a dose of solidarity, it's time for envy. Kate wakes up and sees Simone and Mike holding hands. The two girls fight for their man, but the man understands he won't get any action tonight, so he breaks it off. The following day, the two wake up, but Simone is gone. Finally, Kate feels relief before seeing the writing on the wall. No one's, ever been so nice to me before. XOXO. Well, that's an interesting message. Nice trick, young lady, but it's pretty obvious. This won't work. Or will it? Mike tries to reason with Kate, but the furious blonde pushes Mike, who gets beaten by a corner of the wall. You people, how did you manage to hurt him in a room full of nothing? Nothing but a gun under the bed. I know that thing's gonna get fired at some point. Mike bleeds and wants to see a doctor. At this point, I'm sure he would love to see anyone but Kate. Mike goes philosophical about how this place breaks them apart, and they have to leave it to win. Kate doesn't want to hear it. She suffered a huge part of her life without money, while Mike was always a rich kid. Amazing that these two are a couple. Actually makes me wonder, what the hell is Mike doing here anyways if he has wealthy parents? These greedy people never have enough. Mike goes to the red button when Kate stops him with her final argument. A gun! It doesn't stop Mike, and Kate shoots in the air. Doesn't work either. See you, Mikey. Indeed, I was right about Kate. But will she pass the test? It's 15 days left. It hurts, but Kate goes pretty well. Mentally sick, but stoic. It's 2 days left when Kate decides to go for the button. Oh, come on, girl. You did so well. Think about the $1 million. You could buy hundreds of Mikeys for this cash. Kate reaches out to the button, and black screen. Now we see Mike jogging outside. He meets Kate at a homeless shelter. They say sorry to each other and go for a walk. Mike asks her if she won the money, but she doesn't answer. Camera rolls to the homeless shelter wall, where we see a plate that thanks an anonymous donor for a generous gift. Then we see another happy couple ready to go through the 50 days challenge. This will change everything, the girl says. Oh yes, it will. Moral of the story? Mr. Beast.